Dennis today, surrounded by the most beautiful jewelry. I'm here with Susan and Ross Coppelman of Ross Coppelman Goldsmith. Thanks for having me today.
Thank you.
Nice to have you here.
Thank you. And everyone on Cape Cod and in the world that loves jewelry, I feel like knows Ross Coppelman. Your jewelry is truly stunning and one of a kind. You've been a jeweler for the last 54 years, which what an accomplishment. This shop is beautiful. Can you tell us a little bit about this shop and how long has this shop been here?
This shop, we opened the shop in 1994. I was working at home. We worked in the front living room of our house, the house you know well.
Yes.
And people would come knocking on the doors on Sunday nights. You know, Susan was like, she said to me,
we had kids at that point.
Yeah, we had kids. So she said to me in April, you can continue to work here, but should you choose to, I'm going to take the kids and go away for the summer. So I went out and rented my first shop in a little office complex in Yarmouthport. And that was 1986. And I was there until 1994. And then we came here and bought this property. It used to be the County Medical Examiner.
Very interesting, yes. And now look at it, much more beautiful these days.
Yeah. No ailments in here.
Yes, good.
And we did a lot of work on the interior. There's no longer a kitchen. The kitchen is now our workshop, where we make everything in these showrooms we make here. I design them, and I have 2 or 3 people that help me make them after I've made the originals. I've had a lot of different employees come and go over the years, but one of them, Jan, has been with me for 38 years.
Wow, that's special.
She's a rock.
Yes.
Yeah, and a rock star.
Yes.
So I have a great staff. It makes my life so much easier. We can go away and know that nothing is going to be a problem.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about specifically your style. So when we were chatting earlier, you mentioned that you have started with one style and have grown into something else.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about that.
The first jewelry that really knocked me out was Egyptian funerary jewelry. It was made out of 24-karat gold, beautiful stones. I just liked the imagery of it and the meaning that I didn't understand, but it just had a lot of resonance.
Yes.
So Egyptian and Roman and Greek and all this antiquity jewelry is what I liked. Nothing about contemporary jewelry spoke to me at the time. And because I didn't go to school, I didn't know the rules, which ended up working very much to my advantage. I was attracted to different kinds of stones, not just rubies, emeralds, sapphires. And if you look around the shop, you'll see a lot of stones that don't make sense to a person who shops in the mall.
Yep.
I've got these crystal slices, I've got all these unusual quartz formations, a lot of natural geo-type material that I can actually put into jewelry. So just to back up a little bit, so all my work was kind of antiquity inspired. In 2002, we sold our house on Route 6A in Yarmouthport and moved a quarter-mile north onto the marsh. It was like moving 100 miles.
Yes, very different.
6A, on the time that we had been on 6A, which was 28 years, had gotten really busy and loud. The marsh was serene, just serene. I would go home every day and look at the birds and the water and the sunsets, which were spectacular. And one day, a curve I was making in a bracelet rolled onto itself, and it became a wave. And everything changed. My work has completely changed. It's no longer referential to ancient work. It's all about nature, about water, wave patterns, sand patterns, and low tide, driftwood. And it keeps evolving. The nice thing about my job is I never know what's going to happen when I walk in here. And it continues to change and evolve, and it's been a lot of fun.
I know, look how far you've come. And I know that I absolutely love the waves and the sunshines that you have on the cuff bracelets. I mean, you can tell that it's Marsh Cape Cod inspired, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
Ross is never satisfied just repeating the same thing.
Yes.
And so he's always pushing to himself to play around with the materials and find something different. He's not a planner,
No,
per se.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the first, most innovative or sort of odd thing I did, I was setting a big onyx disc, a flat disc of onyx, into a bezel to make a pendant.
Yeah.
The bezel was too small, and when I pushed the onyx, it shattered.
Wow.
And I looked at the pieces, and I thought, this is a lot more interesting than the round disc. So then I started buying discs and whacking them with hammers and setting setting them in different kinds of style. I'm always still looking for unusual materials and different approaches than I would have learned in school.
Well,
very much in the moment when he is designing something. It's almost like doing puzzles or something like that.
When we were looking at your workshop, you have all of these different stones and pieces laid out, and you're just kind of seeing what fits and what looks great together.
Right. You sort of have to, in the creative process, I've learned you just got to let go. You know, if I come in and I want to make something that I've sketched out, it tends to be a little flat.
Got it.
But as long as I follow the process, and again, it's a mystery to me how this works, but it works. You know, I end up coming up with something I never expected.
Yeah.